Good morning, everybody. I'd like to call to order the City of West Palm Beach Special Magistrate Agenda. Today's July 15th, 2020. My name is Keith Davis. I'm the Special Magistrate appointed by the City to preside over today's agenda. Before we begin, if you have any cell phones, please silence them so they do not interrupt our proceedings. That'll be appreciated. I'll also make sure as we go through the agenda that you're sitting in the approved or the appropriate seats for social distancing and mask wearing. Let's honor the city's direction in that regard, please. Generally, we will proceed today when your case is called. If you'll come to the podium to my right, you'll have an opportunity to hear the testimony from the city's witnesses. You'll have an opportunity to see documents and photographs that are part of the record that I will be considering in making my decision. Once the city has presented its case and made any recommendations that it may have on the case's resolution, you'll then have an opportunity to tell me everything that you feel is relevant about your case. If you have additional documents or additional photographs that you'd like me to look at, that will be the time to produce those. Once I've heard everything from both sides in the case, in all likelihood, I will enter an order today that resolves the matter in some form or fashion. If you're going to be speaking to me about anything on our agenda, you need to be placed under oath. I will place everyone under oath at the same time, so if you'll please stand and raise your right hands. Thank you. Do each of you swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that your testimony today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you very much. You can have a seat. With those preliminary comments haven't been made, let's go ahead and begin with the cases for the folks that are here, or city staff, or whoever you need to call first.
Matter number 40, CE 2006-0096, 4215 Greenwood Avenue.
Greenwood.
Do we have a respondent here for that? Come on up to the podium to my right, sir. Thank you.
Good morning, Natalie Clark, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. 4215 Greenwood Avenue was cited on 6/9/20. The property and City Hall were posted on 6/24/20, and certified mail was sent on 6/17/20. The property was cited for 18-103J, 34102B, 7434A1J, and 94-71C. The property has since complied with 34102B, 7434A1J. I've had contact with the owner. 18103J and 9471C remains. The city is asking for a split order. For 9471C, the city is asking for 15 days or $50 per day. And for 18-103J, the city is asking for 60 days or $200 per day until compliance is achieved.
All right, let me go ahead and, I was looking at the photographs as they were scrolling. Let me go ahead and hear from the respondent. Yes, sir. Why don't you tell me your name and address first?
Yes, my name is Eric Salama. I am the owner of the company that owns the building.
Yes, sir.
So the cars were removed. Regarding the paint situation on the property, I dropped a permit right after she sent me the letter to have everything restuccoed and new windows. Then we will paint it, of course. I also had, this is the permit number. I don't know if you need it.
Permit for
the stucco and the windows?
okay.
It's 261-11-6.
Thank you.
That's the window and stucco permit. Regarding, we have a chronic nuisance situation there with drifters that come and, they throw trash. And also the garbage cans are showing. So I had a surveyor. I have here a picture of the last text message she sent me, which was July 14th. This is Angela from PM Surveying. We will have the crew on site today to do the survey for Greenwood Avenue. Once I get that, I'm going to put a fence, and that way, there will be no more drifters and the trash will be hidden, the trash can. So regarding the time I'm given, I would like everything to be 60 days because the permit takes time for the fence. I should be done with the windows and stuccoing. That's going to be fast now because, we're on the last stretch, but still, nothing goes fast.
All right, so according to the city's testimony, and the photographs that I've been looking at, the only two remaining violations that are before me have to do with the exterior paint, and the city's recommendation on bringing that into compliance is to give you an additional 60 days. And if you didn't meet the 60-day deadline, the city's recommendation is for daily fines of $200 per day until compliance is achieved. The other outstanding violation has to do with outside storage. In the documents I'm looking at, there's reference to auto parts, building materials,
Shopping carts, and they're stored on the corner of the small cottage. So
Yeah.
those just need to be removed.
So the city's recommendation on those violations is 15 days, and I don't think, based on what I'm looking at, it shouldn't take more than that to correct that violation. So
The only thing, the construction materials are stuck against the house I'm stuccoing, so I don't want to leave like an open door.
well, let me ask the city if there's an active building permit and there are construction materials relevant to that permit that the work's
If,
being conducted, is that part of this alleged violation, or are we talking about other
If he
things?
has construction going on and there's construction material, there should be a roll-off for that. So it shouldn't be stored on the side of the house. That's still considered outdoor storage, so there should be a roll-off for the construction material.
Did you understand the city's position on that, sir?
Could we do 30 days? That way I'll be done with my work and there will be nothing left there.
I'll ask the city's position. I personally think 15 days is plenty for the outdoor storage violation. What's the city's position on that?
I think that's plenty of time to remove the shopping carts and whatnot on the side. As far as the construction debris, if he wants to keep those there, there should be a roll-off for it. It shouldn't be stored on the side of the house.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Anything else, sir, that you'd like to tell me on this matter? All right, thank you. I see you shaking your head. Then I will, first of all, in this case, find proper notice. Respondent is present. The city also had proper posting and certified mail. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property has complied with City Code Sections 34102B and 7434A1J. However, the property remains in violation of City Code Sections 18103J regarding exterior paint and 9471C regarding outdoor storage. I'll accept the city's recommendation in this case. I'll bifurcate this order. I'll allow an additional 60 days for the violation of 18103J, the exterior paint, to be complied. Thereafter, daily fines of $200 per day would be assessed until compliance is achieved. I'll allow an additional 15 days to correct the violation of 9471C regarding the outdoor storage, and thereafter, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Matter number 30, CE 2006-0320, 524 35th Street.
You're here for? Okay, all right. Just never mentioned. Oh, okay. How are you? Sorry. All right. All right.
Did we have a respondent present for this case?
We do. I just saw him. I didn't recognize him in a mask. He's present. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
why don't you come on up to the podium, sir? Thank you.
Okay, good morning. Joe Petrick, West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. This case is in reference to a single-family property that was issued notice of violation for excessive trash and debris in the alley behind the house and for a fence and disrepair surrounding a pool. The notice of violation was issued via certified mail and posting on July 2nd and required the respondent to remove the trash and debris within 5 days. And due to the health safety concerns about the, regarding the proper barrier around the pool, the notice of violation required the respondent to secure and maintain the pool within 5 days and apply for a fence permit within 10. After notice of violation was issued, I spoke with the respondent, Mr. Harpster, who's present today, and his son, and we discussed ways to bring the property into compliance. They have been in contact with our office on several occasions and have been cooperative. As of today, though progress has been made, the property remains out of compliance of Code Section 18106A. Most of the trash has been removed from the alleyway. There are just a couple of bags in a bucket that remained when I was out there on Monday afternoon. Fence permit was applied for and is going through the process, but until it gets issued, the property remains in violation of 94-302A4. And apparently Mr. Harpster has to fix the pool pump. So until that happens, or until he covers the pool, it remains in violation of 18106N. The city is asking for compliance within 30 days, or a $100 a day fine be assessed. Compliance is obtaining a fence permit and securing the pool per Florida Building Code standards, and to fix the pool pump and do whatever it takes to maintain the pool in a clean and sanitary manner, and removing all the trash and debris from the alleyway.
Mr. Petrick, tell me a little bit more about the pool barrier violation. Tell me, is it?
Sure. In the picture now, a fence has gone up. That's not quite as damaged as it was, but it went up without a permit. And the reason why Mr. Harpster did that was an attempt to secure the pool, which is appreciated a little bit better. The fence permit is currently going through the process, so it's not quite the, it's not the safety concern it once was, because at least there's a barrier there. It just hasn't been inspected yet, and no permits have been issued for it yet.
So there is a barrier around the pool at this point in time?
There is. It just hasn't obtained a permit or had any inspections yet.
All right. So given that, do you have an opinion on whether that violation rises to the level of being a public threat to the health, safety, and welfare?
Currently, it doesn't, no.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Let me go ahead and hear from the respondent. Good morning, sir. If you can tell me your name and address first, please.
My name is William Harpster, 524 35th Street.
Yes, sir.
The fence is definitely secured. I mean, Mr. Patrick will tell you, unbelievable, right, Ms. Patrick? I mean, the fence is really nice, correct? No one can get over in my pool.
Well, it's good enough to temporarily secure the pool. It still has to go through the permitting process
But it's the
and be
nicest
final
fence
now.
in whole Palm Beach County, wouldn't you agree? I mean, you walk around a lot. I mean, my fence is really nice, so I just want to make that clear. My fence is the nicest in Palm Beach County. Okay, so I went and pulled the permit. The lady didn't take any money from me, so I don't know what's going on. I don't think y'all know what's going on, but I did pull the permit, but she didn't take any money from me. So I don't know how long it's going to take for her to let me know, Miss Rachel or whoever. I got no clues. And then y'all charge $100 a day. I got 4 notices in one day for my fence has been down for 8 years. My fence has been down for 8 years since the hurricane. And now all of a sudden I'm fixing my fence and I get all these fines and penalties. But y'all don't let people know that you're going to charge them $100 a day. I got $22,000 lien on my property from y'all because you never told me that I was getting $100 a day. So I find that real odd. I get 4 notices in the mail right away for my fence has been down for 8 years, and all of a sudden I'm fixing my fence. But anyhow, my fence is secured. I'd like a few more days. Y'all are code enforcement. I guess y'all get paid to help people out with pulling permits. Right now, they say, if I drain my pool might pop up out of the ground. So I got it half emptied, which Mr. Patrick came over and took pictures of it. It's half emptied. I'm scared to empty it all the way because it might pop up out of the ground. $30,000 pool. I don't want to lose my pool. So I'm debating if I want to paint my pool and or drain it and clean it. But they say to wait for the cooler months to do that, not the rainy season, because it might pop up. So I don't know how much more time I need. But I can get the pump going, fill it back up with water, and get it clear.
All right, Mr. Harpster, let me say this. If that fence has been down for 8 years, be grateful that I didn't see you while it was down because...
Thank God, because I didn't have the money back then.
Well, and you would have gotten the maximum fine under the law that I could possibly give, and I would have authorized the city to go into your property and do whatever it
understand.
needed to do. I have no patience for unsecured swimming pools.
I understand.
Zero. So,
sir.
Be
I'm lucky.
Be
Yes, sir.
grateful that you didn't see me at that
But why
point.
ain't I lucky that you didn't give me warnings that you're giving me $100 a fine that got up to $22,000?
If you're going to own a swimming pool, you need to assume the responsibility to maintain it.
Okay. Well, y'all got 200 years experience, 3,000 years history experience, so y'all know what you're doing.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell me, sir?
No, just how long I got for my pool. My fence is basically done. I'm waiting on a permit. Now it's a pool pump, which I'm gonna order a pool pump, and I'll have that clear, but I wanna paint the pool, so that's where I don't know if I need 60 days, 90 days, if I'm gonna paint it. And y'all are the ones that take the permits for health issues. Am I allowed to drain a pool at this time of the year, or am I gonna get fined for draining my pool at this time of the year?
That's way above my pay grade, sir.
Well, it's an issue.
That's not what's before me
Someone might
today.
get hurt if the pool pops up out of the ground. You should know these answers. I mean, you take money to pull permits to make sure things are in right conditions and orders to do things.
Okay. All right, thank you, sir.
So
appreciate
am I
it.
allowed to drain my pool right now, or what do you?
I have no authority to tell you can't drain your pool.
You're an
So,
authority to tell me that I can't. Okay, never mind.
all right, here's what I'm going to do in this case. I do find that the city has proper notice. The respondent is present. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I do find property remains in violation as cited. I'm going to accept the city's recommendation, allow compliance within 30 days. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. Thank you very much.
So hang on now. 30 days. I got to have my pool fixed. I'm sorry, sir. I don't understand. I just want to make sure
You
I
have 30
understand.
days to bring the property into compliance, or daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed
Have
until
my pool
compliance
fixed
is
in
achieved.
30 days. I can't get a little bit longer than 30 days? Because I got to get a pool pump and I got to put it in.
I'm going to say it one more time. You
Okay,
have
yes,
30
sir.
days to bring the property into compliance.
$100 a day after that,
daily
another
fines of
$3,000.
$100 per day will be assessed.
$22,000, thank you. Y'all are crazy.
Matter number 2, CE 2004-0103-130 Winona Place.
Morning.
Good morning. I need to be sworn in, please.
Go ahead.
Need
Oh, you
to
need
be
to be
sworn.
sworn in. Do you swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Ma'am, were you here when I put everyone else under oath?
Yes.
So you're good. Okay, thank you.
Good morning, Officer Levine, City of West Palm Beach Code. This property was cited for failure to obtain a rental license, certificate of use, and a business tax. This came in as a complaint, and upon visiting the property, I learned that this property was being used as a sober home. I spoke with, I'm not sure if it was the tenant or the owner, and they were claiming that they had a federal license, and the federal license supersede the City of West Palm Beach licenses. However, that's why we're here today. The city is requesting 30 days to come into compliance with all licenses, or $200 a day thereafter.
Okay. All right, let me go ahead and hear from the respondent. Yes, ma'am. If you can tell me your name and your address first, please.
Yeah, my name is Jennifer Napolitano. I'm here representing the owner and tenant of Aloha House LLC, who is the tenant at 130 Winona Place.
Okay, go ahead.
Jessica and David Levins, the owners of the company, put their application in for the business tax receipt on July 8th. So they're going to get compliance with all the documentation that they need, and
And say again the day, July what?
July 8th.
8? Thank you.
So I'm not sure what the response time is. The confirmation email asked for 10 to 14 days to give the city time to process the paperwork and then be back in touch. And as soon as they get a response, they'll make the payment and, or do whatever they have to schedule the inspection.
Okay, so, let me ask the city, once somebody applies for a business tax receipt, based on the testimony, it's been a week. Should it be, is it your experience that that should be processed within the next 30 days and to take care of that one?
Well, sir, to be quite frank with you, on June 16th, I went out to the property. And like I said, I spoke to someone and got a lot of pushback, right? The reason why I went out to the property to speak to someone is because of everything that's happening around us, to let them know, well, okay, you need the licenses, and these are the procedures that you have to go through in order to obtain the license. So 30 days is more than enough time. We didn't have to be here, but the pushback that I got, I needed to make them aware that this is something that is serious.
How long does it take the city to process the application? What was
72
your-
hours.
Okay. How long does it take to grant or deny the certificate of use application that's been pending since July the 8th? The special magistrate needs to know, how long will it take the city to process the application?
72 hours.
72 hours? Okay, so that's more than enough time. Has there been, let me ask the respondent, let me come back. Well, go ahead, you can continue if you have more that you want to tell me. That if depending on what you say, I may have some questions.
Okay. To my knowledge, he had spoken to somebody at the property, but they didn't get the certified written notice. It was returned, so they didn't have any formal documentation besides I'm not sure who you spoke to at the property, but there wasn't any notification that they received, other than, I guess, the visit. So you can ask
Somebody must have
questions.
got some notice since you're standing here.
Well, there's an email I got forwarded from yesterday. Natasha, who I believe owns the property, followed up with you, Kevin, and asked if we needed to appear today, because since the application had been put in, and the response was, yes, you need to be here. But that's all I know of as far as formal written
So,
notice.
sounds like someone named Natasha with the owner was aware of the matter and reached out to you, and then, so my next question, has the rental license or certificate of use been applied for? Do you know what the status of that is?
They haven't received a response. Yeah, it was applied for on July 8th. And then
And
when
with
they
the business
get,
tax
yeah.
receipt?
Magistrate, may I ask one additional question of the property owner?
Let's see, you answered my question. Yes, by all means.
Thank you. Do you know how many unrelated people are residing in the property?
I do not.
If there are more than 2 or 3 unrelated people living in the property, you also will have to have a reasonable accommodation from planning and zoning.
From what I've seen, there's probably about 5, 6 people living inside there.
And I'm sorry, you said that would be from the county or the city?
Angela Van Jones, the City of West Palm Beach Planning and Zoning.
Angela Van Jones.
Okay, so the reasonable accommodation process is not before me this morning, but that may very well be something else that your client has to deal with. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me about the rental license, certificate of use, and business tax?
No, well, the owner, I believe, did put in for the rental license. I guess they hadn't had one either. And the LLC, they do have an active business license on another home that they own in West Palm Beach. So there is an active business license and rental on another house. So it should be, they've been through the process before, and the business has been active since 2014. So they should be able to handle it timely.
All right, anything else from the city on this one?
No, sir.
Okay. Then in this case, I will find proper notice. The respondent is present through representation. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I am going to find The property remains in violation of 18162A rental license, 2232A certificate of use, and 82144 business tax receipt. Based on the testimony, those have all been applied for. So I'm going to accept the city's recommendation to allow the additional 30 days for compliance. Based on the testimony that I heard, that should be more than enough time to get those resolved. Thereafter, daily fines of $200 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. You should probably look into the reasonable accommodation issue so that that does not become a more serious problem. Okay, I'll sign that order. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Matter number 4, CE 2005-0129-439 Monroe Drive.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Sonia Bin, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. This property was cited on May 21st. Notice of violation was posted on June 1st. Certified mail was sent on May 22nd. The property was cited for Code 105.1, AT 106-K, and 9472C. I have made contact with the property owner. The property is in compliance for Code 18106K, 9471C. The property is still in violation of Code 105.1. The city is requesting an additional 45 days to gain compliance, or $50 per day until compliance is achieved.
What shutters are we talking about? Is there a photo? Is there a picture? I saw the storm shutters. Is that
Yes.
talking about?
Yes.
So it would be. Is it a permit to leave those up permanently?
Yes.
Is that what we're talking? Okay.
Yes.
It's not on all of
Okay,
it.
I'll come
No.
back to you. Just a sec. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
And I saw the photograph. It looked like there were 3 windows on one side of the. Is that?
Yes, that's correct.
That's the violation.
Yes.
Because there's no permit. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yes, ma'am. Let me come back to you now. If you can tell me your name and address.
Kathleen Love, 439 Monroe Drive.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I'm working on putting something up, a tarp or whatever. The only reason that the shutters are up, and it's strictly on that side, those are my bedrooms and my bathroom, and unfortunately, it's a civil matter, but when there's 17 cameras along there, it's a lot of things, whatever. So I'm working on trying to get some kind of a shade tree or whatever, but if she's giving me 45 days, that'll be plenty of time, and I'll either take them down, but to pull a permit, and we're in hurricane season, number one, but, and I'll get it taken care of by the 45 days. And like I said, it's only on the one side right there, because of it being my bedrooms and bathrooms.
All right. You understand the city is also recommending if it's not corrected within 45 days that you will, that the property be assessed with daily fines of $50 per day.
Yes.
All right. All right. Anything else from the city?
No.
Okay.
I just have
Yes,
one
ma'am.
question.
Sure.
Putting up shutters on a house, everybody is liable for that? I mean, as far as, because it's amazing that I see so many, and I'm just curious on, is that a normal thing to go around and cite? Because it's not on the whole house. I know that's a hazard, I mean, if you have fire or something, but I kind of don't understand why it would be, I've just looked into it, and I'm just, whatever.
Well, what you have are storm or hurricane panels, and outside of a tropical storm warning or whatever the trigger mechanism is. So it would appear that city code would require you to have a permit to have those up outside of a storm situation. Is that correct?
Correct.
So that's the issue.
Again, I'm going to get it taken care of. But we are in hurricane season. They've named 3 hurricanes, and there was tropical. And I didn't, whatever, I'm just saying, I will get it taken care of. But to me, it's hurricane season, number one. And there has been several named.
True, none of them here, fortunately, so
Yeah.
we'll keep our fingers crossed on that as well. Anything else, ma'am?
No.
All right, thank you. Then, in this case, I do find proper notice, respondent is present. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation of City Code Section 105.1, but has complied with the other cited violations. I'll accept the city's recommendation in this case, allow an additional 45 days for compliance. Thereafter, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. Okay,
Thank you.
very much. Yep.
Thank you.
Number 9, CE 19050111, 518 South Dixie Highway.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, go ahead.
Attilio Belisle, Plumbing Inspector, City of West Palm Beach. The property was originally cited in April 22nd of 2018. We have received certified mail proper notice for a generator installed without proper permit. The city is recommending all required permits and inspections be obtained within 30 days or $100 a day after.
Has anything been applied for?
Yes, they've applied for permit number 19050028. However, it has not made it through plan review and it has not been issued.
Seems like a pretty old case. What's been happening in the last 2 years?
The generator was installed. Due to the circumstances, I don't know what happened, but it never was initially brought to magistrate.
Okay. Okay, so a permit's been applied for, but it has not been issued.
No, sir.
And so in order for this case to be resolved, the permit would have to be issued.
All inspections have to be
All
received.
inspections have to be made and passed.
Yes,
and then
sir.
the permit closed out.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Originally was cited, like I said, in 2018. No further forward progress has been made.
All right. Let me hear from the respondent. Good morning, sir. Go ahead.
Good morning. Michael Zucker. I'm the general contractor, present general contractor. There's been a couple of changes in contractors, and that's one of the reasons. No one was aware, at least recently, that there was ever a violation until, I forgot your last name, Attilio, sorry, and did an inspection and then sent this violation. As soon as we got it, I contacted the architect. Whoever dropped the ball, and I had everything taken care of, and we submitted everything online. I went in also and paid for expediting, so it would go faster. I assume if the plans are correct, which is sometimes a problem, we should have a permit within a week or two.
Okay.
And then the installation is already completed, so we'd have inspections right away. I mean, but it all depends on how quickly I get the permit out of the city.
Sure. Okay. So let me ask the city, so you need an electrical, is there like a natural gas
Yes.
inspection? And
Yes, it needs to have building look at it. All disciplines need to look at the generator. The plan review comments need to be addressed. Zoning needs to approve it. Zoning has not approved it. There's several comments that are in the system that have not been addressed.
is 30 days doable to bring this in for a landing, or would 45 be more reasonable? I don't want to set this up for failure if we're
Well,
making forward progress.
We've had no forward progress since 2018. They got notice then. You can set it up for 45, but it's still, I doubt it, that they're going to get it addressed. Zoning comment in the system, they want it shown on a survey. This generator is on a rooftop currently. installed on a rooftop.
Is that allowed?
Zoning has to approve it. They failed it.
Okay. It just seems to me 30, I understand that there's been a long time of nothing happening, but it seems to me 30 days is not going to be realistic. Especially given what you're testifying to now, that this has potential zoning issues besides the regular building disciplines that all have to sign off. Would it make sense to have some kind of have a couple of benchmarks built into the order? You know, have the permit issued by this period of
Yes, sir.
time, the zoning issues resolved by this time, and then the whole thing closed out by.
That would be acceptable.
Like, I'm thinking 30 days to get the permit issued, and then maybe 60 to get it through with planning and zoning, and then 90 to have everything done. That is kind of.
That's acceptable.
That's kind of. Does that make? Do you understand what I'm suggesting?
Yes,
sir?
we hope to get it done much quicker than that.
And I think, you know, it would certainly behoove you to get it done as quick as possible.
Well,
But
he
I
needs
don't-
a CO to make some money on the property.
Yeah, but I don't want to set this up for failure either.
I
that's
agree.
Here's what I'm going to do then. I am going to find proper notice. The respondent is represented here at the hearing. I'm going to partially accept the city's recommendation and require the permit to be issued within 30 days. Then require the zoning issues to be resolved within 60 days, and then require the whole thing to be completed, inspections passed within 90 days. Now, if this hits some unforeseen bump in the road, the only thing I would suggest to you, sir, is you stay in touch with the city and, you know,
Okay,
just keep the lines of communication open in terms
Sure.
of what's going on so that everybody's aware.
okay. Who would I communicate with if there's a problem?
Why don't you speak with the building inspector offline
I'll
after
speak
we're
with you
finished?
on the side.
Okay, thanks.
All right?
The
Okay.
daily fine after the 90?
$100 a day, I'll accept the
Yes,
city's
sir.
recommendation on that. And that's for each benchmark. If any of the benchmarks is missed, the fine will start at that point. So, you know, you need to stay on top of this and
Sure.
stay in touch with the city. Okay?
No
Thank you
problem.
very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Matter number 8, CE 2002-0081, 1385 11th Street.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning. Morning.
Good morning. I'm Richard McCoy with the Building Department, Inspector. This was violated on 12/12/19 for an expired permit. Partially the work was done, but not all of it, and there were no inspections. So we're requesting that I give her another 30 days to reapply for the permit, and at that point, $50 a day after that.
So a permit was issued, it expired, and it needs to be renewed.
Yes. And she did partially, did the work partially, but not all complete, and there were no inspections to date.
Okay. All right, let me hear from the respondent. Yes, ma'am.
Elaine Davis Miller, 1385 11th Street. Partially, it said grass. I didn't realize I had to get someone to inspect grass because I was told out there in the office that I didn't need that. However, I know I do need to get inspection with concrete. Concrete right now for me, or was, I'm a single woman. Job is not easy to find. I have to do things little by little. Every time they come with a citation, I try to fix. But the concrete right now is hard.
How much more work is left to do once the permit's
concrete,
renewed?
just the concrete. And I can't do all of it right now. I only can do sections as I go along. And when I get money, I finish it off.
So there were some pictures originally, but for some reason they didn't get entered into, I can't find them.
Okay.
But that being said, there was a two-part driveway. So she had a part driveway that went this way and a driveway that went this way. And she closed off that driveway and filled it in with sod.
Okay.
And it stated that on the original permit. But then she'd never poured the concrete. So we need to inspect the sod that it was installed as part of the original permit. And then she can re-pull a permit
I have.
and delete the concrete portion out of it, so we only address the sod part.
Okay. But so the first thing that has to happen is you have to get the permit.
I applied for one while I was waiting to come in here this morning.
Okay. And then you have to get the sod inspected. And then you have to get the concrete poured.
Well, if she re-pulls a permit, if she can't do the concrete at this point, she can delete that from the next permit.
I can
Okay.
do it section
So
by
at the-
section. I can do it stage 1, 2, and 3, until I get it done.
So I
Okay.
think what the city is saying is that you can reopen the permit, but omit the concrete portion. Just take that so that you're not going to do that right now, but get the sod inspected that's already been done. And then when you're ready to do the concrete, you can apply for another permit. Am I correct?
And that sounds like, if she can't do it right now, that would be the reasonable way to do it, yes.
But I just went and applied for the permits to try and start.
Okay.
So if you want to give me a few months down the road, I can try and start to do something. I just won't leave it as is.
Once you have the permit, you have 180 days
Okay,
to complete the work.
okay, that's fine with me.
But the code enforcement, so there's two different things going on. Then you'd have the building permit to do the work, but you still have this code enforcement case that has to be resolved.
Okay,
Now, I'm not inclined to allow 6 months under the code enforcement case. I'm willing to give you like 60 days, which is more than the city's recommending, but I'm not willing I think you either need to get a revised permit and deal with the concrete later
okay.
when you're ready, or get the concrete done within 60 days.
I can't get all of it done.
Okay.
I can't get all of it done because I don't have that kind of money sitting down. I just replaced all my pipes in the yard.
Yeah,
That costs money.
I understand. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do it, I think I'm gonna do it that way and give you that option, but,
Okay.
Anything else from the city? All right, then, in this case, I will find proper notice, the respondent is present at today's hearing. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation of City Code Section 110.3. I'm going to allow an additional 60 days for compliance. Thereafter, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Number 5, CE 20010251, 636 35th Street.
Okay. All right, I'm advised we have no additional respondents present for any matters. If any appear, let me know so we can swear them in.
Good morning, Dan Kempa,
Good morning.
Building Inspector. 636 35th Street was cited for remodeling exterior and interior work in January of 20. Previous to that, the property in question was issued or did apply for a board and secure from code enforcement because it was deemed a nuisance property. Apparently what happened, excuse me, after the board and secure took place, the owner went back and unboarded and started remodeling. When I saw this and wrote him up, mysteriously, the house is now boarded up again, and no work is going on. But this LLC in question is owner of record. We've had several properties, or at least one I know of, that the LLC is in bankruptcy, and the bankruptcy court's ending up with these properties, so maybe that could have something to do with it. But the city would ask for 30 days to comply with the permitting aspect of this, and after that, $100 a day.
How did we get notice for for the violation in the hearing?
Posted the property and mail.
Certified?
Yes.
Thank you. Your testimony about the bankruptcy proceedings, is that sort of
Hearsay.
anecdotal, or is
Hearsay at this point. I'm just going by the name of the LLC and going back to a previous property in the other end of town that's the same LLC, but that's just hearsay on this property.
Okay. And I have no problem entering the order, whether or not it can be recorded, or if there's bankruptcy proceedings that apply to this. That'll have to be determined later date by the city. Okay, there's nobody here on behalf of the respondent. Nevertheless, I will find proper notice with the certified mail and the posting. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. Accept the city's recommendation for an additional 30 days to comply. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 6.
Thank you.
Number 6, CE 20020035 Franklin Road.
This one's my second one. This is a violation of a fence and a gate with no permit issued in 2 of 20. Nothing's occurred on the property. No applications have been submitted. The city again would ask for 30 days to comply, $100 a day fine.
Okay, and I need some testimony on notice.
Posting and certified mail.
Okay, I see on the screen it talks about that as well. All right. The respondent is not present. I will find proper notice with the certified mail and with the posting. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I'll find the property remains in violation as cited. Accept the city's recommendation for an additional 30 days to comply. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 7, CE 200.
Thank you.
CE 2001025 1103 22nd Street.
Good morning, this is Richard McCoy, the building inspector. This property was cited on 1/15/2020 for 105.1 required building permit and 110.3 required inspections through final. The work was done, I posted it, and sent certified mail also.
What was the work? It says miscellaneous construction on my agenda.
They've added a hardy board to the outside of the, some type of structure in the back, and then they've added doors and windows, but not throughout the entire residence.
All right. And your recommendation was for?
30 days and $100 a day after that.
All right, the respondent is not present, but I will find proper notice with the posting and the certified mail. Based on the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation for an additional 30 days to comply with the permitting requirements. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 10, CE 20060308 1033 18th Street.
Attilio Belisle, City of West Palm Beach Building Inspector. Property was initially cited on June 25th, 2020, for being an unsafe structure, no water to the premises. We posted the property, and city's asking for the property be vacated within 24 hours and follow up with a board and secure.
And it is occupied right now.
With no water.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, clearly that is a health issue, health, safety, and welfare violation.
Yes, we've had complaints from the neighbors as well, from them stealing water from neighboring properties.
What are they, like getting a hose? And
Yes,
connecting it?
and they are feeling threatened. The neighbors are.
All right. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find that this property is in violation as cited, that the violation constitutes a threat to public health, safety, and welfare. Notice is proper. I'll accept the city's recommendation. Sign an order requiring the property be vacated within 24 hours and authorize the city thereafter to enter the property and board and secure and assess whatever costs against the property as well.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Number 1, CE 2005-0132, 6533 Compass Rose Court.
Good morning, Officer Lester, West Palm Code. This property was cited for rental license and certificate of use. This is a delinquent license renewal. Cert mail was returned back to us on 6/30/2020. Property was posted on 7/1/2020. I'm asking for 10 days or $100 per day. I have had contact with the property owner by email. He asked for his business EIN number, and he needed his business tax number in order to pay it online, but he has not done so.
I see. All right, well, I will, the respondent is not present, but I will find proper notice with the certified mail and the posting. I'll find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow an additional 10 days to comply. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Number 3, CE 2006-0130, 4393 Windsor Avenue.
And it just wouldn't be code enforcement without Mr. Oliver having at least one chronic nuisance.
Good morning, Joseph Oliva, Chronic Nuisance Officer for the City of West Palm Beach. This property was declared a chronic nuisance on 6/11/2020. The declaration was posted on 6/11/2020 and certified mail sent on 6/11/2020. There has been no contact with the owner nor an action plan to date. The notice of violation was posted on 6/26/2020 and certified mail sent on 6/30/2020. The property has been owned since March of 1993. Its previous adjudications was in 12/31/2019 for in-op vehicles, dumpster enclosure, parking lot repairs, exterior paint, landscape maintenance, and obstruction of the right-of-way. Yesterday's inspection showed excessive overgrowth, landscape maintenance, trash and debris, outdoor storage, in-op vehicles, structure needs paint, unsecured structure. The city requests that the special magistrate find a pattern of nuisance activity and enter a chronic nuisance service order for the services to be provided by the city to include, but not limited to, maintaining of the landscaping, removal of any trash and debris, trimming of any of the trees and hedges, removal of the inoperative vehicles, and any access to the property and any other abatement methods necessary to keep this property in compliance. Now, this property is, it's vacant, but there's a couple of doors that are missing, and I know there are people running in and out of the place, so we're going to try to have it boarded if we can too.
All right. Are there vehicles there, or is
Yeah, there's a few, the same vehicles. There's a white pickup truck and like a white van, and neither one of them are registered.
Do they come and go, or are they?
No, they stay in that same
Always
spot
right, I see.
from the day I had I took it as a chronic. Those vehicles haven't moved.
I see. All right. And you said you've had no contact
No.
with these folks? What is this? Is this a commercial, or is this a like an apartment? What is
It looked like an apartment type thing at one time or something.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Natalie Clark, City of West Palm Beach Code Officer. That's an extension of the Jerome Golding facility. So there's like a portion of it that's on 45th Street, but this part is actually on Windsor.
I see.
So I know it's closed and most of the residents are no longer there, but I think there's still some like homeless people that are living in it.
All right, thank you. I appreciate the information. All right, anything else from the city?
No, that's it.
All right, respondent is not present, but I do find proper notice for this case and for today's hearing. Based on the evidence and the testimony, I will uphold the city's declaration of chronic nuisance, authorize the city to provide chronic nuisance services to the property, including but not limited to the vegetation, trash and debris, the vehicles, boarding the property, making it secure, and assess those costs to the owner of the chronic nuisance property, and I'll retain jurisdiction until the order terminates.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Matter number 11, CE 2004 0076 1012 Selkirk Street.
I'm sorry, what number was that?
Number 11.
11, thank you.
Don Williams, Code Enforcement. This property was cited on April 15, 2020. It was cited for a clean and unsanitary condition, trash and debris, excessive growth, exterior paint, landscape maintenance, outdoor storage, and the failure to comply. The property was actually, certified mail was actually sent out May 20th and received May 22nd, and the property was posted July 1st. No contact with the owners of the property, just recommending 30 days to comply or $100 a day after that.
All right, the respondent is not present, but I will find proper notice with the certified mail and posting. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow an additional 30 days to comply. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 12, CE 2005 0113 550 Okeechobee Boulevard, Unit 418.
Don Williams, Code Enforcement. This property was cited for a business tax receipt. It's a renewal. The previous one expired September 30th of last year, and also has a COU. So with no contact with the owner, I'm asking a 10 days to comply with $100 a day thereafter. I'm sorry, let me give you the posting information. Cited on May 20th, 2020. Certified mail was sent out May 20th and received May 22nd, and the posting was done July 1st.
So this isn't just a delinquent, this is, they don't have one at all? Business tax receipt?
It's a business that's operating from that location.
With no business tax receipt. All right, I will find proper notice, even though the respondent is not present. The city had proper service with certified mail and posting. Based on the evidence, I'll find the property remains in violation of City Code 82144 for doing business without a business tax receipt. So 10 days to comply would require them to apply for and obtain the business, pay the business tax and get the receipt for it.
Yes.
And I'll accept that recommendation. And if they do not do that, daily fines of $100 per day.
Matter number 13, CE 2005 0115 411 Claremore Drive.
Don Williams, this property was cited for a business tax receipt. It was cited on May 20th, 2020. Certified mail sent out May 20th, 2020, and actually received May 22nd, 2020, and the property was posted July 1st, 2020. No contact with the owners. So it's asking for, it's a renewal, no COU, so I'm asking for a one-time fine of $100 after 10 days if it's not compliant.
All right, respondent is not present, but I will find proper notice based on the posting in the certified mail. Based on testimony and evidence, I'll find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll assess the one-time fine of $100 for the delinquent business tax.
Matter number 14, CE 20010192, 372 Franklin Road has complied. 15, CE 20050148, 6701 Garden Avenue.
Good morning, Richard Pasmino, Code Enforcement Officer for the City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited May 27th, 2020. Certified mail was sent May 29th, 2020, and it was received June 1st, 2020. The property was posted May 29th, 2020. This property was cited for 18106A clean and sanitary conditions of the sidewalk and the exterior of the fence, 18106K landscape maintenance, 74-4-C4 trees, hedges obstructing right of way, and 94-442E landscaping of the swales, parkways, requires sod. There has been no contact from the property, and as of yesterday, the property remains in violation. The city's recommending 30 additional days for the property to come into compliance, or the city's asking for a $75 a day fine until compliance is achieved.
What was the daily fine?
$75 a day.
$75, thank you. And the obstruction is the vegetation overhang in the sidewalk?
Yes, there's one plant in the palm, that palm right there, and then some of those hedges are overgrowing into the sidewalk as well. And the dirt that's coming off from because there's no grass, the dirt's like all over the sidewalk.
Okay. All right, respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice with certified mail and posting. Based on the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation for an additional 30 days to comply. Thereafter, daily fines of $75 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 16, CE 20060214, 1105 Summit Boulevard.
Richard Pasmino, Code Enforcement Officer, City West Palm Beach. This is a vacant lot between two houses. It was cited June 18th, 2020. Certified mail was sent June 19th, 2020, and it was signed for June 22nd. Property was posted on June 19th, 2020. This property was cited for 18106A clean and sanitary. There's a trash and debris on this property. 18106B excessive growth. 18106K landscape maintenance, and 18215B failure to comply. I've had no contact from the property or any representatives. The grass was cut on the property, but the work was incomplete. There's trash and debris remaining on the property, and the overgrowth still exists at the rear of the property. The city's recommending 15 additional days for this property to come into compliance with the code cited, or the city is asking for an order to abate the violations on the property.
And you believe the violations constitute a threat to public health, safety, and welfare?
Yes, I do. There's two houses on either side, and the overgrowth in the back was not taken care of at all.
So it looks like there's fence debris that's been overgrown with weeds and vegetation.
Yeah, there's a chain link fence, some pots. People, I guess, just dump stuff on that lot.
Yeah, I would agree. I will find proper notice. Even though the respondent is not present, I find the property remains in violation as cited. I find that the violations constitute a threat to the public health, safety, and welfare. Therefore, I'll allow the city, or I'll accept the city's recommendation, authorize an additional 15 days to comply. Thereafter, the city may enter the property, abate the health, safety, welfare violations, and assess those costs against the property owner.
Thank you.
17, CE 20060160, 1328 7th Street is rescheduled. Matter number 18, CE 20060168, 1353 7th Street has complied. Number 19, CE 2006-0248, North Rosemary Avenue is rescheduled. Matter number 20, CE 2006-0249, North Rosemary Avenue has rescheduled. Matter number 21, CE 2006-0007, 2223 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard.
Good morning. City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance Officer Paul McFarland. On June 1st, 2020, the property at 2223 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard was cited for litter and trash and debris and failure to comply. Property was posted June 29th, 2020. Certified mail was sent June 16th, 2020. Certified mail was returned July 4th, 2020. I've had no contact with the property owner, but I have had contact from the tenant, which is a business that is accumulating the trash. He stated to me that he would clean up the trash. As of Monday, trash still remains on the property. With that being said, city's recommending 5 days to come into appliance or abatement of the trash and debris found on the property.
You know, it's interesting. Just about every picture depicts a different collection.
Yes, that's why I did that on purpose. There's a timeline.
It's not
Every
like
time I
it's
visit the property, there's trash.
It's not like it's the same pile that's been sitting there. It's obvious and blatant. All right, I will find proper notice in this case. I'll ask you to give me some testimony about health, safety, and welfare being threatened by this violation.
Of course, cardboard harbors roaches. There's also loose trash out there that's going to harbor rodents. And plus, I have received complaints about other businesses around with the trash being there. So with that being said, city's recommending the abatement within 5 days.
I would agree with that assessment. I think the pictures depict a violation that rises to the level of health, safety, and welfare threat. I will accept the city's recommendation. If I didn't find already the property remains in violation as cited, I'll allow respondent an additional 5 days to comply. Thereafter, the city is authorized to enter the property, abate the violation, and assess the costs.
Thank you.
Number 22, CE 2006-0097, 6121 Wildcat Run.
Good morning, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance Officer Paul McFarland. On June 9th, the property at 6121 Wildcat Run was cited for prohibited trees, Brazilian peppers, and failure to comply. Property was posted June 30th, 2020. Certified mail was sent June 10th. Certified mail was returned July 7th, 2020. I've had no contact with the property owner. With that being said, city's recommending 60 days to come into compliance or abatement of the prohibited trees found on the property.
These are existing, they're not newly planted,
No, they're existing. They've been, looks like they've been there for years.
and the code requires them to be
Removed.
whenever
They're
found.
evasive and prohibited.
Okay. And same thing, go ahead and give me some testimony that would justify the city entering and abating.
Like I stated before, they're prohibited trees. I mean, they basically stifle the landscaping around it. So city's recommending to go in and remove those prohibited trees per code.
Is this a vacant?
Yes, it is a vacant lot.
Vacant. All right, I will find proper notice with the certified mail and the posting. There is no respondent present, but city has proper service Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow an additional 5 days to comply. Thereafter, the city is authorized to enter the property and remove the prohibited invasive species and assess the costs.
Number 23, CE 20060100 6078 Wildcat Run.
Good morning, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance Officer Paul McFarland. On June 9th, the property at 6078 Wildcat Run was cited for failure to comply, prohibited trees, Brazilian peppers, and overgrowth. On June 30th, property was posted, certified mail was sent June 10th, certified mail was received June 15th. I have since came into contact with the property owner. He has secured a company to come in and clear out those Brazilian peppers, but they have not executed the work as of yet. So we are in agreement to bring the property into compliance within 60 days or abatement of the Brazilian peppers found on the property.
When you spoke to the respondent, did you get information on a time frame that they said their contractor would be able to get the work done?
He said he's paid 50%, which was required to start the job, but they have not started anything. I did reach out to him this morning, and we had a conversation. He said he would get in contact with the company he hired to get a timeline.
All right. All right, the respondent is not present. However, the city has proper notice with certified mail and with the posting. Based on the evidence, property remains in violation as cited. I will, is this vacant or is this?
Yes, it's a vacant lot as well.
I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow 60 days for compliance. Thereafter, the city is authorized to enter the property and remove the invasive species.
Matter number 24, CE 20060102 6093 Wildcat Run.
Good morning, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance Officer Paul McFarland. On June 9th, the property at 6093 Wildcat Run was cited for failure to comply and prohibited trees, Brazilian peppers. Property was posted June 30th. Certified mail was sent June 10th. Certified mail was received June 20th. I've had no contact with the property owner, but it seems they attempted to remove the Brazilian peppers, but they have not finished. With that being said, city's recommending 30 days to remove the Brazilian peppers or abatement of the prohibited trees found on the property.
You're asking for 30 in this case because they've already...
It's already started.
Already underway. Okay. I'm detecting a pattern here.
Yep.
Respondents are not present, but the city has proper notice with certified mail and with posting. Based on the evidence and testimony, I will find property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow an additional 30 days to comply. Thereafter, the city is authorized to enter the property and remove the prohibited species and assess the costs.
Matter number 25, CE 20060110 801 North Point Parkway, Unit 109.
Good morning, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance Officer Paul McFarland. The business on June 10th, the business at 801 North Point Parkway, Unit 109, was cited for business tax receipt expired. Notice was hand-delivered to the receptionist. Certified mail was sent June 11th. Certified mail was returned June 16th. However, I have had contact with the business owner. This is pretty much a virtual office. They made light that they would make payment, but this was back in March when I spoke to the business owner, and as of this morning, no payment has been made. With that being said, city is recommending 10 days to come into compliance or a one-time fine of $250 be assessed.
All right, respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice with the hand delivery in this case. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the recommendation to allow an additional 10 days to comply thereafter. A one-time fine of $250 will be assessed for the delinquent business tax.
Thank you.
Number 26, CE 20050121, 3207 Pinewood Avenue.
Joe Petrick, West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. This case is reference to a single-family lot where a fence was put up without a permit. A notice of violation was issued via certified mail and posting on May 21st. The notice of violation gave the respondent 30 days to comply by either obtaining a permit for the fence or by removing the fence. After notice of violation was issued, I was contacted by the respondent, and we discussed the violation, how he could bring the property into compliance. The respondent applied for the fence permit on June 22nd, a day after compliance time was required on a notice of violation. As of today, it appears the permit has been going through the approval process, but it has not been picked up or paid for. The respondent was notified according to the city's notes via email to do so. Because the permit has not been picked up or paid for, the property remains in violation of Building Code Sections 105.1 and 110.1. The city is asking for compliance in 30 days or a $50 a day fine be assessed.
All right, thank you. Well, the respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice with certified mail in the posting. Based on the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the recommendation to allow an additional 30 days to comply thereafter. Daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed.
Thank you.
Number 27 is identical to number 26. Number 28, CE 20060058, 424 27th Street.
Joe Petrick, West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. This case is reference to a single-family residence that was issued a notice of violation for a tarp on the roof, a fence in disrepair, missing address characters along the alley, and for excessive trash and debris in the alley behind the house. The notice of violation was issued via certified mail and posting on June 8th and gave 30 days to comply by obtaining a permit for the roof and to repair the fence, and 10 days to post address characters along the alley and to remove the excessive trash and debris from the alley. After notice of violation was issued, I was contacted by the respondent, and we discussed ways on how to bring the property into compliance. As of today, the property has come into compliance with Code Section 18106A. All the trash and debris has been removed from the alley. And Code Section 786, the address characters have been posted. The property remains in violation of Code Sections 18103A. The roof remains in disrepair with a tarp on it, and no permit has been applied for or obtained to fix or repair the roof. And Code Section 94302A4, a new fence was put up, but it was put up without a permit. The city is asking for compliance within 30 days or a $50 a day fine be assessed. Compliance would mean obtaining a permit for the roof repair and for the new fence.
All right, the respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice with certified mail and posting. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I'll find that the property remains in violation of City Code Sections 18103A and 94302A4, but has complied with the other sections cited in the notice. I'll accept the city's recommendation for an additional 30 days to comply, and thereafter daily fines of $50 per day until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
29, CE 200600117, 214 33rd Street.
Joe Petrick, West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. This case is reference to a single-family lot that is being rented out without a rental license, certificate of use, or business tax receipt. A notice of violation was issued via certified mail and posting on June 11th and gave the respondent 30 days to comply by obtaining a rental license, business tax receipt, and certificate of use, or cease renting the property. I have not heard from the respondent. As of today, the property remains in violation of Code Section 18162A for the rental license, 2232A for no certificate of use, and 144 for no business tax receipt. The city is asking for compliance within 30 days or a $50 a day fine be assessed.
All right, I will find proper notice with certified mail and posting. I will find, based on the evidence, that the property remains in violation as cited. Accept the city's recommendation for an additional 30 days to comply, and thereafter daily fines of $50 per day.
Thank you.
Number 31, CE 2006-0312-1009 State Street has complied. Number 32, CE 2006-0314-720 Park Place.
Good morning, Laura Borso, Code Enforcement, City of West Palm Beach. 720 Park Place, notice was sent out, certified mail, and mailed on 6/30/2020, and the property was also posted on 6/30/2020. This property is being cited for not having a vacant property registered according to 18209A and 18212C for the Code of West Palm Beach, the City of West Palm Beach. Whether or not a structure is on a property or not, the vacant property must be registered. They're required to register the property with the city or by going through a third party, which we use as Pro Champs, and paying a $250 registration fee. It also requires the property to be posted with the name and 24-hour contact of the local property manager. As of 7/14, the owner of 720 Park has not complied with this requirement. City is asking that the magistrate that finds the property in violation, giving an additional 10 days for compliance or $25 a day until complied. Pro Champs was also made aware of the vacancy at this property, and they also attempted to contact the owner on 11/15/2019 and 12/19/2019.
All right, thank you. The respondent is not present, but I will find proper notice with certified mail and with posting. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I'll find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation for an additional 10 days to comply, and thereafter daily fines of $25 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 33, CE 2006-0316-1015 Windsor Avenue.
1015 Windsor, again, is a property that has not been registered with the city nor through Pro Champs. Notice was sent certified and mailed on June 30th, 2020, and the property was posted on June 30th, 2020. Certified was signed for this property on July 2nd, 2020. Again, per sections 18209A and 18212C, the owners of vacant properties, whether a structure or not, are required to register the property with the city or by going through third-party Pro Champs and paying a $250 registration fee. This has not been completed, this has not been completed as of yesterday, 7/14/2020. The city is asking that the magistrate find the property in violation, giving an additional 10 days for compliance or $25 a day until complied. Pro Champs has also attempted to contact the owner on July 3rd of 2019.
All right, the respondent is not present. City has proper notice with certified mail and the posting. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation for an additional 10 days to comply, and thereafter daily fines of $25 per day until compliance is achieved.
Number 34, CE 2006-0317-1012 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard.
1012 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard was sent notification on June 30th, 2020, and the property was posted on June 30th, 2020, again for 18209A and 18212C, not properly registering a vacant property. Notice was delivered and signed for on July 3rd, 2020. The owner of the property, a vacant property, is required to register the property with the city or by going through a third party, paying the $250 registration fee. As of 7/14/2020, the owner of 1012 Palm Beach Lakes, number 1, has not done so. City is asking that the magistrate find the property in violation, giving an additional 10 days for compliance or $25 a day until complied. And again, Pro Champs has also contacted them July 3rd, 2019.
All right, respondent is not present, but I will find proper notice with the certified mail and the posting. Based on the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation for an additional 10 days to comply. Thereafter, daily fines of $25 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 35, CE 2006-0318, 1012 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard.
Again, 1012 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard. This is number 3. It's the other half of the previous structure. Notice again was sent, certified, and mailed on June 3rd, 2020. Property was posted on the same date, June 30th, 2020. Again, per sections 18209A and 18212C, the owners of vacant properties are required to register them with the city or going through a third party, paying a $250 registration fee. As of yesterday, July 14th, 2020, the owner of 1012 Palm Beach Lakes number 3 has not complied with this requirement. City is asking the magistrate to find the property in violation, giving an additional 10 days for compliance or 25 days until $25 a day until complied. Again, Pro Champs has also attempted to contact the owner July 3rd of 2019.
All right, thank you. Respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice with certified mail and with posting. I will find, based on the evidence, that the property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow an additional 10 days to comply, and thereafter daily fines of $25 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Number 36, CE 2006-0319, 1064 36th Street has complied. Number 37, CE 2006-0020, 810 37th Street.
And actually, before we proceed, can I indulge everyone and take a quick 5-minute recess, please? We'll go off the record. We'll come back on in just a couple minutes.
WPB-TV, 30 seconds.
30 seconds, okay. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and go back on the record. I think we were about ready to do agenda item 37,
Correct.
if I'm not mistaken. All right.
I can recall it.
Okay.
Matter number 37, CE 2006-0020-810 37th Street.
Natalie Clark, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement, 810 37th Street was cited on 6/3/20. The property was posted on 6/8/20 and certified mail sent on 6/4/20. The property was cited for 94-71C, 18-103J, and 7434A1J. The property has since complied with all code sections with the exception of 18-103J. I've had contact with the owner. The city is asking for an additional 90 days or $50 per day until compliance is achieved.
All right. Respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice with certified mail and posting. Based on the evidence and testimony, I'll find the property remains in violation of City Code Section 18103J, but has complied with other sections cited in the notice. I'll accept the city's recommendation for an additional 90 days to comply, and thereafter daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed.
Matter number 38, CE 2006-0042 3700 Australian Court.
Natalie Clark, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement, 3700 Australian Court, was cited on 6/4/20. The property was posted on 6/8/20 and certified mail sent on 6/5/20. The property was cited for 18-106N, 7434A1J, 786, 94302, 304D2B, 94442C1, and 9471C. I've had contact with the property owner. The property has since complied with all code sections with the exception of 94442C1 and 78-6. The city is asking for an additional 30 days or $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
So everything but the landscape and the number standards.
Correct.
All right. All right. Respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice with certified mail and posting. Find the property remains in violation as cited, except for it, code section 78-6 and 94-442C1 remain in violation. All other sections are complied. I'll accept the city's recommendation for an additional 30 days to comply with the outstanding violations, and thereafter daily fines of $100 per day.
Matter number 39, CE 2006-0093 966 39th Court.
Natalie Clark, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement, 966 39th Court, was cited on 6/9/20. The property was posted on 6/11/20 and certified mail was sent on 6/10/20. The property was cited for 18-162A, 18-103J, 2232A, 82-144, 94-273-D-31-B3, 94-446-2-C3, and 94-487-B1. The property has since complied with all code sections with the exception of 18-162A, 18-103J, and 22-32A. I've had contact with the owner. The city is asking for an additional 60 days or $250 per day until compliance is achieved.
All right, so that's the exterior paint and then the rental license and certificate of use are what remain outstanding?
Correct.
Thank you. Respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice with posting and certified mail. I find the property remains in violation of City Code Section 18162A, 18103J, and 2232A, but has complied with all other sections cited in the notice of violation. I'll accept the city's recommendation to allow an additional 60 days to comply. Thereafter, daily fines of $250 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Matter number 41, CE 2006-0096 4215 Greenwood Avenue. Oh, that's a duplicate of number 40? Yes. Matter number 42, CE 20060182, 5500 Greenwood Avenue.
Natalie Clark, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement, 5500 Greenwood Avenue was, I'm sorry, give me just 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Okay. The property was cited on 6/16/20. It was posted on 6/24/20, and certified mail was sent on 6/27/20. The property was cited for 18-106B, 18-215B, 74-4-C1, and 94-302A4. The property has since complied with all code sections with the exception of 94-302A4. The city is asking for an additional 60 days or $200 per day.
Was that that little white?
Yes, so it's in disrepair all along 54th Street. So it just needs to be repaired.
Okay. And everything else complied, all the
Everything else
vegetation
is
related.
Correct.
All right, respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice with the posting in the certified mail. Find the property remains in violation of City Code Section 94-302A4, but has complied with all other code sections. I will accept the city's recommendation, allow an additional 60 days to comply, thereafter assess $200 per day until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Number 43, CE 20060004, 4905 North Flagler Drive.
Robert Watkins, City of West Beach Code Compliance. This property was cited on June the 1st. Certified mail was sent June the 1st. Certified mail was received June the 8th. City Hall was posted July the 2nd. This property was cited for 7894-C, 18-1023, 18-106M, 94-442-C-1, 34-102, A, 74-34-A-1-J, and 18-106A. Compliant violations are 78-94C, 94-442-C-1, 34-102A, and 74-34-A-1J. Remaining violations are 18-1023, 18-106M, 18-106A. City is requesting 15 days or $100 per day after. In this matter, I spoke with Mr. Boris, which is a property manager, in reference to getting the items taken care of.
Okay. The respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice with certified mail and posting. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I'll find the property remains in violation of City Code Sections 18102-3, 18106A, and 18106M, but has complied with all other violations that were cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation and allow an additional 15 days for compliance and thereafter daily fines of $100 per day.
Matter number 44, CE 20060049, 730 55th Street.
City of West Beach Code Compliance, Robert Watkins. This property was cited on June the 5th. Certified mail was sent June the 8th. Certified mail was received June the 10th. City Hall was posted July the 2nd. This property was cited for 7894-C, 94-71C, 18-106M, 34-102A, 74-34-A-1J, and 18-106B. Compliant violations were 18-106B, 74-34A-1J, 18-106M, 78-94C, and 94-71C. Remaining violations are 34-102A. City is requesting 15 days or $50 per day after.
$15 or
15 days or $50 per day
50?
after. Yes, sir.
Thanks.
It's just to move the inoperable
So we're
vehicle.
just down to one junked vehicle, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice with certified mail and posting. Find the property remains in violation of City Code Section 34102A, but has complied with all other sections originally cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow an additional 15 days to comply, and thereafter daily fines of $50 per day until compliance is achieved.
Number 45, CE 20060056, 615 50th Street.
City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance, Robert Watkins. This property was cited on June the 5th. Certified mail was sent June the 8th. Certified mail was returned June the 10th. Posted City Hall July the 2nd. This property was cited for 18-100, 18-106M, 18-106B, 94-71C. Compliant violations were 18-106M, 18-106-B. Remaining violations are 18-100, 94-71C. City is requesting 25 days or $50 per day after.
25 days,
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, say the,
25 days or $50, well, 25 days and $50 per day after.
25 and 50. All right, respondent is not present, but city has proper notice with certified mail in the posting. You said it complied with 18106M,
Yes, the outdoor storage.
remains in violation though of all the others. I will make that finding based on the evidence and the photographs. I will accept the city's recommendation for an additional 25 days to comply. Thereafter, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Matter number 46, CE 20060062, 627 28th Street, 58th Street, excuse me.
Robert Watkins, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance. This property was cited on June the 5th. Certified mail was sent June the 8th. Certified mail was received June the 10th. City Hall was posted July 2nd. This property was cited for 94-487-B-1, 18-106A, 94-442-C-1, and 74-34A-1J. Compliant violations were 18-106A and 74-34-A-1J. Remaining violations are 94-47-B-1, 94-442-C-1. City is requesting 30 days or $50 per day after.
What's the prohibited vehicle?
There's a oversized trailer right behind the truck. You actually see it.
There was the trailer behind the truck?
Yep.
Okay, I
It's
saw
a
that.
lawn maintenance type of trailer right there.
Oh, okay, yep. All right, there's, respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice with certified mail in the posting. Based on testimony and evidence, I will find property remains in violation of 94-442-C1 and 94-487-B1. Those are regarding landscaped areas and prohibited vehicles. Property is complied with other sections cited in the notice of violation. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow an additional 30 days for compliance. Thereafter, daily fines of $50 per day until compliance is achieved.
Number 47, CE 20060090, 434 58th Street.
City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance, Robert Watkins. This property was cited on June the 9th. Certified mail was sent June 10th. Certified mail was received June the 23rd. City Hall was posted July the 2nd. This property was cited for 78-94C and 94-71C, 18-106M, and 18-106B. None of the violations have been come in compliance. All remaining violations are the ones that it was cited for. I spoke to the tenant several occasions, said he was going to clean it up, in process of cleaning it up, but the city is requesting 15 days or $50 per day after.
All right, I will find proper notice with certified mail in the posting. I will find property remains in violation as cited, and I'll accept the city's recommendation for an additional 15 days to comply. Thereafter, daily fines of $50 per day until compliance is achieved.
Number 48, CE 0111-624 59th Street.
City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance, Robert Watkins. This property was cited on June the 10th. Certified mail was sent June the 11th. Certified mail was received June the 13th. City Hall was posted July the 2nd. This property was cited for 18-100, 34-102A, 74-34-A-1J. Compliant violations are 34-102A, 74-34-A-1J. Remaining violations are 18-100. The city is requesting 15 days or $50 per day after.
Is there a boarded up? I wasn't looking at the pictures.
Yeah, all the
Oh, I see.
windows are still
Yep.
boarded.
Got
Every
it.
single glass except for the front window.
Okay, respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice with certified mail and with posting. Based on testimony and the evidence, the fine property remains in violation of City Code Section 18-100, but has otherwise complied. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow an additional 15 days to comply with the outstanding violation. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
Number 49, CE 2006-0129-713 54th Street.
Robert Watkins, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance. This property was cited on June the 11th. Certified mail was sent June 18th. Certified mail was received June the 20th. This property was cited for 94-42-A, unpaved parking. And the remaining violation is still unpaved parking. The city is requesting 15 days or $50 per day after.
What do they have to do to bring this into compliance? Do
Just
they have
move the
to
van
just
off the
move the
grass.
van off the grass,
Yeah,
basically?
I spoke to them and he said he was gonna move it, he was gonna park it somewhere else, and every day I pass by there, it's still there. I even left a card in the door for him to,
Okay, but they don't have to add parking.
no.
They just have to move the
Just
vehicle.
move it off the grass.
Gotcha. All right. Respondent is not present, but city has proper notice with certified mail that was received. Based on the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. Accept the city's recommendation for an additional 15 days to comply. Thereafter, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 50, CE 2002-0009 518 18th Street.
Cassandra St. Hilaire, Code Enforcement with the City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited on February 3rd. City Hall and the property were posted on June 18th. I've had contact with the property owner. The property was originally cited for 18106A, 34A1J, 74-4A3, 94482A, 94487B, 4A, and 9471C. At this time, all violations remain, and the city is requesting an additional 30 days or $200 per day until compliance is achieved.
All right, respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice with certified mail and posting. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I'll find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow an additional 30 days for compliance. Thereafter, daily fines of $200 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 51, CE 2002-0042 1022 Lincoln Road.
Cassandra St. Hilaire, Code Enforcement Officer with the City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited on February 3rd. The property and City Hall were posted June 2nd. I've had no contact with the property owner. This property was cited for 1813B, 1813J, 1806A, and 18265. At this time, the property has complied with 18265. For the rest of the violations, the city is requesting an additional 60 days or $200 per day until compliance is achieved.
60 days?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, I will find proper notice. In this case, I will find the property remains in violation as cited, except for 18265, which has complied. With the outstanding violations, I'll allow an additional 60 days. Thereafter, daily fines of $200 per day.
Number 52, CE 2002-0140 1045 21st Street.
Cassandra St. Hilaire, Code Enforcement Officer with the City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited on February 10th. City Hall and the property were posted on June 2nd. I've had contact with the property owner. The property was cited for 34102B, 18162A, 2232A, 7434A1J, and 78-1. At this time, the property has complied with all violations other than 18162A and 2232A, and the city's requesting an additional 30 days or $200 per day until compliance is achieved.
All right, thank you. I'll find proper notice in this case. I'll find the property remains in violation with the rental license and certificate of use violations. Those are 18162A and 2232A, but that the property has complied with all other violations cited in the notice. Did you say you wanted, give me your recommendation again, please?
Was 30 days or $200 per day.
I'll accept that recommendation, allow an additional 30 days to comply, thereafter daily fines of $200 per day.
Matter number 53, CE 200202333, 1409 North Mangonia Drive.
Cassandra St. Hilaire, Code Enforcement Officer with the City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited February 13th. The City Hall and the property were posted May 28th. Certified mail was signed for May 9th. This property was originally cited for 34102B, 78-6, and 94482A. I've had no contact with the property owner. At this time, all violations remain. The city is requesting an additional 15 days or $200 per day until compliance is achieved.
All right, I will find proper notice in this case. I will find the property remains in violation as cited. Accept the city's recommendation, allow an additional 15 days to comply, and thereafter daily fines of $200 per day.
Matter number 54, CE 2002035, 1618 North Dixie Highway.
That's rescheduled.
Oh, okay. Matter number 55, CE 200302330, 1021 Adams Street.
Cassandra St. Hilaire, Code Enforcement Officer with the City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited on March 13th. The property and City Hall were posted June 24th. I've had no contact with I've had contact with the property owner. This property was cited for 1816A, 1816B, 18215B, 74-4C3, and 74-4C5. The city does believe that this property does represent a health and safety issue for the public and are requesting a 10 days or abatement order.
Is it vacant?
It's vacant. It's a vacant lot.
All that lumber is being stored on there too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. That definitely is a health, safety, and welfare concern. I will find proper notice in this case. I will find the property remains in violation as cited, that the violations constitute a threat to the public health, safety, and welfare. I'll allow the respondent an additional 10 days to comply. Thereafter, the city is authorized to enter the property, abate the violations, and assess the costs.
Number 56, CE 200500022, 1030 19th Street.
Cassandra St. Hilaire, Code Enforcement Officer for the City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited on May 5th. The property and City Hall were posted on June 8th. Certified mail was signed for May 9th. I've had contact with the property owner. This property was cited for 18103B, 18113J, 18116A, 74-4C3, 74-4C5, 74-4C5, and 94446-2. The property, at this time, only 18103B and 18113J and 18116A remains in violation. At this time, the city is requesting an additional 180 days or $50 per day until compliance is achieved. Also, I do want to put on record that the property owner for this unit, she did send a letter to us. The only reason that she's not here today is because she's elderly and she didn't want to take the trip down here with the high cases of COVID.
Okay. Did you discuss with her the 180 days?
Yes, I did. Let her know that we can give more time.
No,
yeah.
I'm fine with that. I just,
Yeah.
okay. I will find proper notice in this case. I want to make sure I heard you right. Property remains in violation of 18103B and J and 18106A.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it has complied with all other code sections. I'll make that finding. I will accept the recommendation to allow an additional 180 days to comply, and thereafter daily fines of $50 per day until compliance is achieved.
Number 57, CE 200602373, 1033 18th Street.
Cassandra St. Hilaire, Code Enforcement Officer with the City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited on June 25th. The property and City Hall were also posted on June 25th. I've had contact with the property owner. The property was cited for 18214A, 18214B, 18214C-2, 18215B, and 18265. At this time, the city is requesting an additional 10 days or abate order. This property was also deemed unsafe by the building department on June 25th as well.
Is this the one with no water?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will find proper notice in this case. I will find property remains in violation as cited. I will find, in terms of 18214B, securing the vacant property, that is a public health, safety, and welfare concern. I will authorize the city to, after 10 days, we'll give the respondent 10 days to comply. Thereafter, authorize the city to enter the property and secure the vacant property with proper boarding or other means as deemed appropriate and assess those costs.
Thank you.
Number 58, CE 2006-0091-917 31st Street.
Ray Young City, West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 917 31st Street was originally cited on June 9th of 20 with a notice of violation posted at the property in City Hall on June 10th. Certified mail was sent same day, June 10th. This property was cited for 105.1, FBC 110.3, 18162A, and 2232A. I have not made contact with the owner, and all violations still do exist. The city is requesting an additional 30 days to come into compliance, or $200 per day until compliance is achieved.
And it was that fence on the side that was done without the permit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, respondent's not present, but the city has proper notice with certified mail and posting. Based on testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow an additional 30 days to comply. Thereafter, daily fines of $200 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Number 59, CE 2006-0094-846 30th Street.
Ray Young City, West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 846 30th Street was originally cited on June 9th with the notice of violation posted at the property on June 15th. Certified mail was sent on June 11th. This property was cited for 18162A and 2232A. I have not made contact with the owner, and all violations still exist. The city is requesting an additional 30 days to come into compliance, or $200 per day until compliance is achieved.
Excuse me. I will find proper notice in this case. You have posting and certified mail. I will find the property remains in violation as cited. Will allow an additional 30 days to comply. Thereafter, daily fines, say $200 per day?
Yes, sir.
Until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Matter number 60, CE 2006-0131 3503 Westview Avenue.
Ray Young City, West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 3503 Westview Avenue was originally cited on June 11th with the notice of violation posted at the property in City Hall on June 15th. Certified mail was sent on June 11th. This property was cited for 105.1 and FBC 110.3. I have made contact with the owner, who did request more time to acquire the permit. Therefore, the city is requesting an additional 30 days to come into compliance, or $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
What are we needing a permit for?
It's for the sliding doors.
Beg your pardon?
It's for the sliding doors.
Sliding door?
And she applied. She just needs a little bit more time. She says 30 days. We made, she said in about 2 weeks she should be done with everything. So 30 days is more than enough time.
All right, then I will find proper notice with the certified mail and the posting in this case. Even though the respondent is not present, based on the testimony and the evidence, I'll find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation for an additional 30 days to comply. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Number 61, CE 2006-0134 3600 Westview Avenue.
Ray Young City, West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 3600 Westview Avenue was originally cited on June 11th with a notice of violation posted at the property and City Hall on June 15th. Certified mail was sent on June 12th. This property was cited for 18106B 74-4C3, and 18215B. I have not made contact with the owner, and the violation still exists. Special Magistrate, the overgrowth at this property poses a potential risk to the health, safety, and welfare of the community by being a possible haven for rodents, pests, etc. Therefore, the city is requesting an additional 10 days to come into compliance or abatement.
All right, I will find proper notice. In this case, the respondent is not present, but you have certified mail in posting. Also, I agree, the property remains in violation as cited, and I agree those violations appear to constitute a threat to public health, safety, and welfare. I will accept the recommendation to allow an additional 10 days to comply. Thereafter, the city is authorized to enter the property, abate the violations, and assess the costs.
Thank you.
Number 62, CE 20060185, 816 29th Street.
Rayleigh Young City, West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 816 29th Street was originally cited on June 16th with a notice of violation posted at the property and City Hall, and certified mail was sent on June 17th. This property was cited for 18106B, 74-4C3, and 18215B. I have not made contact with the owner, and the violation, the overgrowth, still does exist. Special Magistrate, the overgrowth at this property poses a potential risk to the health, safety, and welfare of the community by being a possible haven for rodents, pests, etc. Therefore, the city is requesting an additional 10 days to come into compliance or abatement.
Grass actually looks like cornfields from a distance. It's so high.
Yep.
I will find proper notice with posting in the certified mail. I will find property remains in violation as cited, that those violations constitute a threat to the public health, safety, and welfare. I'll accept the recommendation to allow an additional 10 days to comply, and thereafter the city is authorized to enter the property, abate the violations, and assess the costs.
Thank you.
Number 63, CE 20060219, 955 33rd Street.
Rayleigh Young City, West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 955 33rd Street was originally cited on June 19th with a notice of violation posted at the property and City Hall, as well as certified mail sent on June 19th of 20. This property was cited for 18106B, 74-4C3, 18215B, and 9471C. I have not made contact with the owner, but all violations are complied with the exception of 9471C. The city is requesting an additional 10 days to come into compliance, or $100 per day until compliance is achieved. It's just the outdoor storage left.
But the overgrowth has been
Correct.
cut? Okay. I will find proper notice with the certified mail, and with the posting, I'll find property remains in violation of 9471C regarding outdoor storage, but has complied with all other sections cited in the notice. We'll accept the city's recommendation, allow an additional 10 days to comply with the outstanding violation. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Number 64, CE 20060220, 821 27th Street.
Rayleigh Young City, West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 821 27th Street was originally cited on June 19th with a notice of violation posted at the property and City Hall, as well as certified mail sent on June 22nd. This property was cited for 78-1, the obstruction of the right-of-way. I have made contact with the owner, who did comply to violation, but not within the requested time of on or before 7/1 of 20. Therefore, the city is requesting a finding of fact.
What date did it come into compliance?
7/6.
All right, then I will find proper notice. In this case, I will find the property is now in compliance with 78-1, but did not comply within the time required by the notice of violation, so we'll enter a finding of fact that it was in violation, but now is compliant.
Matter number 65, CE 20060231, 3607 Windsor Avenue.
Rayleigh Young City, West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 3607 Windsor Avenue was originally cited on June 22nd with a notice of violation posted at the property and City Hall on June 24th. Certified mail was sent on June 23rd of 20. This property was cited for 34102A, 78-1, and 94482A. I have not made contact with the owner, but 78-1 was complied with. All other violations still do exist. The city is requesting an additional 10 days to come into compliance, or $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
So this is another one, they just have to move the vehicle?
Just have to move the vehicle, remove it from the property, and or put it on the paved surface with a plate.
Okay. And they complied with 78-1?
Yeah, the obstruction is no more.
All right, then I will find proper notice in this case. I will find property remains in violation of 34-102A and 94-482A, but has complied with 78-1. Accept the city's recommendation and allow an additional 10 days to comply. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day till compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
All right, I think that's everything until the 11:30 agenda. All right, then we'll stand in recess until 11:30. go back on the record. Okay. Good morning. It is 11:30, and let's reconvene the special magistrate hearing agenda. We have a number of other matters scheduled for 11:30. If you're going to be speaking to me about any of the items on our agenda, I do need to place you under oath. Unless you were already sworn in earlier this morning, if you'll please stand and raise your right hand so I can swear you in. If you're going to be speaking to me, thank you. Do each of you swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that your testimony today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right, thank you. You can have a seat. Is there a particular order that we're calling? So number one is a regular violation hearing, or is that's not? It's not a lien reduction though. All right. When your case is called, if you'll come up to the podium on my right, the way we will proceed is that the city will present its case first. Once I've heard from the city in terms of testimony and evidence, which will appear on the screens, you'll have an opportunity to then tell me everything that's relevant about your case. I'll look at additional documents or photographs if you have any at that time. And at the conclusion, I will enter an order that resolves the matter in some form or fashion. So with that, why don't we go ahead and get started?
Other matter number 1, CE 20050147-901 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard.
Good morning. Rutherford James, Sanitation Code Enforcement.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Morning.
Go ahead and continue.
Yep, we're all set. Go ahead.
Okay. So on March 16, 2020 at 7:17 a.m., I was dispatched to 901 Palm Beach Lakes, where I cited property 901 Palm Beach Lakes for illegal dumping, 74-4A, and also 74-4A3, maintaining adjoining right-of-ways.
Okay. Tell me what your the recommendation is for this case.
Well, it was cited for immediate abatement because the trash was on the sidewalk and on the swell. According to Section 74-483, owners and occupants of all property shall be responsible for keeping their entire premises, including the yard, one half of the alley, right-of-way, street right-of-way, or easement, and the parking way and swell, easement adjoining to property free from garbage. So we do have before and after pictures from when the property was illegally dumped. And after our department picked it up, we are requesting a $350 fine.
So you're recommending a fine?
Actually, no, it's $300. There was no reinspection fee, so only $300 for the violation.
So finding a violation and a $300 one-time fine?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me hear from the respondent. If you'll tell me your name and address first.
Sure. Where I live?
How you're affiliated with the property.
Okay. Well, good morning, first of all, Magistrate.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I'm represent the owners.
What is your name?
My name is Juan, Juan.
Okay. Last name?
Last name is Parra, P-A-R-R-A.
Thank you, Mr. Tara.
Parra, P. P like Papa.
Okay, go ahead.
Kind of hard to talk with. You mentioned a code which was 74. Could I get the number again, please?
74-4A.
4-4A.
Yes, and also 74-4A3.
74-4A3.
4A3. A as in apple and 3.
Okay, well, I'm not familiar with either one of these. Now, as believe you stated that this code requires the owner to have their premises clean.
Yes, sir.
And this being the sidewalk, I guess, is that the sidewalk?
Yes, sir, because that code states that you have to maintain your adjoining right-of-ways, which is included with the sidewalk and easement of the property.
Okay. Well, Your Majesty, this is an issue that I guess is been known in the community to dump trash in this corner. Up to 2 years ago, this lot was owned by the city of West Palm Beach, and they have signs at the property which says illegal dumping is not allowed. The signs are still there from the city. This is a vacant lot on Palm Beach Lakes. We obviously didn't dump this trash. People come in the neighborhood and they dump it. We had several issues in the past where we had paid to remove trash that's actually in the lot. But we feel it's very difficult how to, as homeowners, how can we prevent people from doing this? We do, if you go in the lot, our lot is maintained, it's clean. So how can we stop anybody from doing this?
You know, I can't tell you what to do, but as the owner of the property, you're obliged, as everyone else is, to comply with the city's codes, and this particular code does require property owners to keep their property free of garbage, refuse, all the way to the center of the right-of-way.
Yes, sir. One thing we do tell the owners as well, I know we do see that your lot is blocked off, but we also ask maybe adding a camera, because if you do add a camera, we could get the tag numbers of the individuals that are dumping, and we can go after them and we could prosecute them. So
I understand. I think we're all together in this, that we certainly would like the area and anywhere around our properties to maintain,
right,
to look well, just as is your mission. But this proves to be a challenge. I'm not aware of the code. I obviously, as a homeowner, as a property owner, it seems very unfair that at random anybody just dumps trash. I mean, after this incident, we had another incident, and the fellows at Code Enforcement were able to remedy that. So it's just a constant thing. When the city owned this lot, I mean, it was trash sat there for longer than what we are sitting here and being fined for. And so we definitely want to make sure that this would how about we compromise to set up cameras. We have the property with the home next door. We can pull the electric from there somehow and have the camera set up so we can have the wide view of the entire street, and then even on Palm Beach Lakes, if a car turns, that we can set up that perimeter, and we'll be more than happy to provide that or call in when we need to. When we see trash via the cameras there, we can call in, you tell me what to do, and we'll forward the footage.
Right. Let me ask the city, has this property owner been cited for this violation before this case, or is this the first?
I'm not sure. I will have to go back in our records. This was just one that I've dealt with in that particular day.
We haven't been cited, Your Magistrate, but we had prior incidents where we just went ahead and called in because at that time the trash was actually on the lot or in between. So we went ahead and paid the expense to just have it all picked up and removed. So there was no violation, but we certainly have called in before and had to pay because the trash is found in our lot.
Right. So usually they will have to call for a special pickup, and that's usually $150 if they do get to it before we do.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, is there anything else you'd like to tell me, sir? I get it. I understand what's going on here. This is a difficult situation. Ultimately, at the end of the day, the property owner is responsible, though.
I understand. It is just a very difficult thing, and I hate to bring this to your attention, but there is another lot on 8th Street that's owned by the city, and we have the same problem there. That trash has been piling up there for months. So I understand it is a concern for all of us, but I think that being, just having to pay $300 because someone just walked up to the property on any random day, and this is a constant thing. Mm-hmm. I don't know what else we can do besides setting up the cameras, which we will, and provide that.
Is the property in compliance today as we speak?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
There's nothing there.
All right.
I'd rather use the $300
Okay.
to the cameras.
Anything else, sir?
I just rather use the $300 to the camera. To the camera.
Well, and I'll be perfectly honest with you, that's sort of where my head is as well. Here's Did you have something, Ms. Williams?
There's other cases that's on that property as well, from 2018, I don't know.
For the same violation?
Yes, illegal dumping, this is the picture.
Was that at the time the city owned the property?
In 2018.
Excuse me, sir. I appreciate your zeal for defending yourself, but this is my hearing. I'm right now having a conversation with the city's witness. I will come back to you in a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna check Papa to verify.
They've owned it since November of 17.
Thank you.
Beg your pardon, Mr.
They've
Postner?
owned it since November of 17.
Thank you.
So, yeah, it was theirs.
Well, I just wanted to know if there was a previous order finding violation that imposed some penalty for this violation on this property for this same property owner.
Yes, it was. I can check it. There was a violation back in, let me get it. There was a violation back in April 19th with Carlos Maldonado. Violation was recorded for illegal dumping.
Did that go to a hearing, or did that?
Carlos, can you give us some feedback on that?
If I may.
Yes.
Mr. Posner, Code Supervisor. It was cited in 2018, but at the time, the computer had not showed the change, so they would not have received that citation. Our system doesn't mesh with the PAPA system, and it
Gotcha.
still showed City of West Palm Beach. So it was under their ownership, but they would have not received that actual citation. And then the next time it was cited was this current circumstance.
Okay, so there's no previous order finding violation that went to a hearing and.
Correct.
Thank you. Okay. So, given that, here's what I'm going to do. First, I do make a finding of proper notice. Respondent is represented here at the hearing. I think it's very clear that the property was in violation as cited. So I'm going to make a finding of violation that it wasn't in violation, but that it is now in compliance based on the testimony. In other words, I'm going to make a finding of fact in this case. So, as I was saying, I think rather than impose a fine, I'm not going to impose a fine today because this is your first time here. But I understand this is an ongoing problem. And I will tell you, if I'm giving you an opportunity. You're now clearly on notice that this is a problem. This is your property, so it's your problem, like it or not. Giving you an opportunity to come up with a way to resolve it, whether it's with cameras and working with the city. But if this comes back to me and it's a repeat, I will not be as forgiving in this case. There will be. And a repeat violation allows me to impose greater fines than I could normally. So I understand the situation, but even though it's a vacant lot, it's your vacant lot. You need to be responsible for it. So that will be my order today, but if this comes back and it happens again, there will be significant financial consequences. So please keep that in mind, okay?
If
Right,
I may,
thank you.
Your Master, may I?
No, I didn't say anything.
Pardon me?
No, I didn't say anything.
Okay. Are we good?
May I say something, Your Majesty?
Go ahead.
Good morning, Carlos Maldonado, West Palm Beach Code. I'm hearing impaired, so it's kind of difficult for me to follow. So I have my app here that transcribes.
Okay.
So if there's a question that I could answer.
No, we got it. We got the answer. We're all
Okay.
set. But thank you. I appreciate it.
Great, thanks.
Your Magistrate, may I ask a question? Your Magistrate?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Magistrate, may I ask a question? One last question. Well, first of all, thank you. So that I'm not here again, who could I work with to make sure that we're going to do everything we
Why
can?
don't you speak with the code enforcement officer outside of the hearing, and you guys can figure that out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Other matter number 5, CE 18080056, 242 Rena Drive, and other matter number 6, CE 19040535, 242 Rena Drive, same address.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Mitch Posner, Code Enforcement. Going in chronological order, older case first. Case ending in 056242 Renner Drive. Date ordered 8/15/18. Fine started 8/4 of 18. Ran for 266 days. Total of $26,600, $100 a day. Date of compliance 4/27 of 19. Same owner. Case ending in 5/35/242 Renner, 7/17/19. Date ordered. Fine started 7/29/19. 345 days. Total 34,500. $100 a day. Date of compliance 7/8 of 20. Same owner. Outside of these, no extensive history. City's asking for 30%.
So I have a couple of questions before I come to you, sir. I have a couple of questions for the city. The older case indicates that it was a repeat case, as opposed to the newer case. So can you shed a little light on?
My question, I guess, is what specific light are you asking for? The repeat was
I guess
based
yeah. I
on-
guess the question is the older case itself was a repeat of something.
The older case was a repeat from case CE 17080236. So the year before.
So there was a 2017 case that had one of these minimum property standard violations, and then this,
It was obstruction of right-of-way and trash and debris.
obstruction of right-of-way, and what was the other one?
Trash and debris.
Trash and debris. Guessing there was an order but no lien on that 2017 case?
There was.
An order but perhaps no lien, since it's not part of the
Oh,
request?
correct.
Yeah.
No lien from that. It was complied before the fine ran.
Okay, and then I guess the 2019 case actually technically had different violation sections, so it was not a repeat.
Correct. That one
Got
was
it.
for overgrowth, fence repair, and address characters.
Okay, I got it. And your recommendation is no more than 30%?
30%.
Okay. And that's on both cases?
Correct.
Okay, all right, let me hear from the respondent. Yes, sir, good morning.
Good morning, sir. I don't know where to begin.
I'll start with your name and address.
Yes. Thomas A. Masters, Sr. I saw Junior up there at one point. 4102 Napoleon Lake Drive, City of Riviera Beach, Florida.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. This house, this home, was purchased by my mother, our mother, and my mother passed and kind of fell into the hands of our family. And so it's been kind of bounced around. And I can just tell you that it wouldn't have even gotten to this point if the family members that were there had just notified me, because I would go by and I would say, is everything okay? Are you keeping up the property? And they was, oh yeah, we got it. They didn't tell me, and I didn't get any communication that they were being fined or there was something that had to be done. So eventually, I was able to talk to them, to our people that were like our family members, to just find another place, because I can't keep doing this. They left the house in a total wreck, Your Honor, and I'm on Social Security, period. And that's my basic income. I haven't had the money to do any of this. I had to borrow $1,000 to pay some utility liens that they got. None of this has been anything that I did, believe me. But I wanted to get before you to make my plea of grace and mercy, because I don't have any money, period. I live from week to week. I rob Peter to pay Paul. But when I became cognizant of the situation, and both of these individuals, Miss Williams, Mr. Mitchell, have been very cooperative, I jumped right on it and did everything that I could do. So now we're good. It's just that I'm here at your mercy. That's all I can say.
And I think you said there is not a history. I know sometimes you tell me that cases have a whole bunch of...
No extensive history. It's been cited a number of times. They complied. These were the two cases that did go to fine. But we haven't had issues with dealing with the owner trying to gain compliance once we've had contact with him. He's worked very diligently to try and get to the lien reduction hearing.
Okay. So the city's recommendation in this case is to grant a reduction of no greater than 30% of the value of the lien. So currently, the 2018 case has a lien of a little over $26,000, and that would put it a 30% reduction around $8,000. And then the other case has a $34,500 lien, and 30% would be around $11,000 and change, is what the city's recommendation is. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me, sir, before I try and figure this out?
No. Thank you.
All right. City code provides a list of things that I'm required to consider in reducing liens, which I've reviewed those, as well as heard the testimony from the parties. So here's what I'm going to do in this case. In the 2018 case, the one ending in 056, I will agree to reduce that lien to $3,000. And in the 2019 case ending in 535, I'll agree to reduce that to $5,000. I can give you a reasonably, I can extend the period of time to pay that into, I've done as far as 9 months, so I can do that if that is your request.
That's fine.
Right,
Community service, is that available for any of this?
I beg your pardon?
Community service, is that an option? Community service, is that an option? Does it have to be money? Can I volunteer to work for the city? Or? Community service?
So you would have to work that out with the city.
Okay, I didn't know, I'm just
If you can work out an arrangement with somebody at City Hall in that regard, by all means, I would not stand in the way of that. That would be up to the city to agree to that kind of an arrangement. I'm fairly sure nobody in the room today has the authority to
I've never heard the
authorize
question
that.
before.
So, I mean, my order will stand, 9 months to pay those, and then,
Thank you, sir.
thank you, yep.
Sir, you can have a copy of your order if you'd like. You're welcome. Other matter number 3, CE 20030090. And other matter number 4, CE 16060140, 212 Lyman Place, same address. 9 months.
Okay.
Again, chronological order, oldest case first, case ending in 140 for 212 Lyman. Date ordered 7/20 of 16, fine started 8/20 of 16, ran for 1,381 days. Total is $138,100, $100 a day. Date of compliance 6/1 of 20. New owner. Case ending in 090 for 212 Lyman. Date ordered 3/18 of 20, fine started 4/18 of 20, 44 days, $4,400, $100 a day. Date of compliance 6/1 of 20, also a new owner. Due to the size of the older lien, the city is asking for 10% instead of the standard 25. On the newer lien, asking for 25%.
Thank you. All right, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Ricky Petty, 212 Lehman Place. Appreciate reducing the lien. I know in my request I was asking if it was possible to be reduced to 5%.
Let me stop you. I'm having a real hard time understanding.
Okay, I'm
you.
sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
I say in the request I was asking if it was possible I could pay 5%. And reason being is the person who I purchased the house from, they was having some issues and whatnot. Many of the liens came from them. She became very ill and couldn't really do much to the properties. And we attempted to sell the property for her. I attempted to buy it the first time. We came to the magistrate. She had other representation there in which they was going to purchase the house at the time I was going to purchase it. So we didn't purchase it at that time. That's when the new liens began to occur. Again, the attorney came back to me and asked me would I move forward with the deal, in which I did. So I'm just asking if it's possible to be reduced to 5%.
Okay. Let me ask Mr. Posner, and usually it's when there's a lot more cases attached. Sometimes you've asked me just to eliminate some of them to 0 and then just deal with the one for record.
Well, with a couple of cases, it's an issue when there's 5 or 9.
That this is not that.
Yeah, this is fine.
Okay. I just wanted to. The only reason I asked is because the one is such a large number compared to the others. So, okay. All right, in this case, anything else, sir?
No, that's
all right. Then here's what I'll do in these cases. In the case ending in 140, I'm going to reduce that to $7,500. And then the case ending in 090, I'm going to reduce that to $500. How long will it take you to pay those, sir?
I could pay it today.
30 days.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
tell you how you can remit payment when you're ready, okay? Yeah.
And I think that's everything until 1 o'clock,
Yeah, and that's online.
You wanna-
and that's Zoom.
Zoom.
hearing. All right, then we'll stand adjourned until 1 o'clock.
And I guess I will see you virtually.